Hello, students of class 7. Welcome back to our English class. So, today, before we move on to the class, I want each and every one of you to imagine that you are going on a 5-day vacation. So, what are the things that you would pack or you would be taking with you? Probably you will have a day's journey in bus or train to reach a destination, right? So think, what are the things you will be in need of and what all would you pack? So I want to give you few things that I think I would be taking when I go on a 5-day vacation. So some of the things are, I'd be taking my shoes, and obviously I'll be taking 5 set of dress for me to wear on my 5-day vacation. Then I'd be taking water with me because I would need them while I go on my journey. Then I'll have my mobile and I take my camera with me. Then I'll have some food and I'll take some money too. So here are a few things. We know that naming a thing is a noun, and obviously these are few nouns that I've listed. So in these, we see that shoes are something that we can count, while water, we can't give an exact count for the water, right? So the list contains two kinds of noun. One is countable and another is uncountable. You might be wondering what is a countable and an uncountable noun. So today, as a start, we are going to see what are countable nouns. So before we start, let me tell you that at the end of the class, you will be able to know the definition of countable noun, the possibilities in countable noun, rules of countable noun, and finally you will be able to identify countable noun. So let's move in. So what is countable noun? Let's see the definition. A noun which can be counted in cardinal numbers is called a countable noun. So a noun that can be counted in cardinal numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, and so on, is a countable noun. For example, just like how we saw shoes in the list can be counted, right? I can pack 1 shoe or 2 shoes or how many ever I need. So it is a countable noun. So a countable noun is nothing but a noun which can be counted in cardinal numbers. So let's move on and see the possibilities. So the possibilities are the countable noun can be either in singular or in plural. For example, when the countable noun is in singular, we say it apple, but when it is in plural, we say it apples. Likewise, pineapple, pineapples, cucumber, cucumbers, strawberry, strawberries, grape, and grapes. So, a countable noun can be in singular or can be in plural. So now let's see the rules for countable noun. Rule number 1. When countable noun is in singular form, we will be in need to use words like a, and, this, or the. A and are very important. They are otherwise called as indefinite articles. So when a countable noun is in the form of singular, we will be in need of an indefinite article. Example, I want an apple. So apple is here in singular form. So you see, right? We have used the word an. I want an apple. I like this pen. There is a person here. So when the countable noun here, that is apple, pen and person, is mentioned, we use an indefinite article before them. So the rule number 2 is when countable noun is in plural form, we can use them alone or we can use words like some or few or many. So let's see example. First one, I want some pens. So you can see I want 4 pens or you can say I want some pens. So when you use the exact number, you don't need these words. But when you don't want to use numbers, you can say some or few or many. Likewise, you see right in the second line, I like oranges. So when it's used in plural form, you can just use them alone. Thirdly, I have many shoes. So when you use the word noun shoes, you use the word many. So rule number 1, when we use them in singular form, we are in need of an indefinite article. Rule number 2, when they are in plural form, they can stand alone by having a cardinal number or just alone, or we can use words like some, few or many. So these are the 2 rules. So first we saw that a countable noun can be counted by the use of cardinal numbers. Secondly, we saw the possibilities. They can either be singular or plural. So the rule is when it's in singular, you use an indefinite article, and when they are in plural form, they can stand alone or you can use words like some, few or many. So now let's move on to the exercise. So I want you to identify the countable noun and its form. First one, I bought a book. Yes, here book is the countable noun and it is in the form of, yes, singular form. Second, Raju had 4 pencils. The noun is pencils and it's in plural form. Third, Meera has a car. Car is the countable noun and it is in singular form. So we see an indefinite article, a. I saw a baby squirrel in the zoo. Yes, the countable noun is baby squirrel and it is in singular form. Fifth, the doll might cost few dollars. So here it is in plural form. So you use the word few. Sixth, my friend has 4 dogs. Yes, the countable noun is dogs and here it stands alone with the use of a cardinal number. 7. Aidan borrowed an apple from Daniel. Here the noun is apple and it is in singular form. Jack and Shash bought a new camera. Yes, here it is camera and it's in singular form. So I hope you are now able to identify what is a countable noun. Let's move on. Definition of uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns are for the things that we cannot count with numbers. They may be the names for abstract ideas or quality, or for physical objects that are too small or too big to be counted. Example, liquids, powders, gases, etc. So these are something which we cannot count, right? So uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted with numbers. So let's look at the examples. They can be things like milk, sugar, salt, furniture. They can be emotions like anger, happiness, love, knowledge. They can be a language. They can be a subject. They can be an activity, or other things like traffic, breakfast, that is food, or like coffee, milk, rice, honey, cake, bread, cheese, sugar, tea, and meat. So you can't count a rice or you can't count honey, milk, because they are a combination of many things, right? So these are uncountable nouns, and they are called so because you cannot count them with numbers. So let's look at the rules. Rule number 1: to count an uncountable noun, we use unit of measurement. So uncountable nouns also can be counted, but they need the help of the unit of measurement. For example, you can't count a rice, but you can count them as a whole by saying a bag of rice. So it means a whole bag of rice. You can count them likewise. Secondly, a cup of tea or coffee. So you measure them using a cup. Third, 1 tablespoon of sugar. So you can't count a sugar, but you can measure it saying 1 tablespoon of sugar. So rule number 1: to count an uncountable noun, we use unit of measurement. So you can't count them, but you can measure them. So rule number 2: when they are in singular form, indefinite articles are used before the measurement. So likewise, you see in the example, right? A bag of rice. So you see the indefinite article there. Next, while having them in a plural form without measurement, words like some, any, little, or much are used. So when you use them in plural form, but you do not want to tell them the measurement, you use words like some or any or little or much. Example, you can say 1 tablespoon of sugar, or I want some sugar, or little sugar, or much sugar. Likewise, you can say I want some dollars, or likewise, you can say I want some milk or water. So when they are in singular form, you put an indefinite article before the measurement. And when they are in plural form, we use words like some, any, or little or much without using the measurement. So these are the 2 rules. Basically, uncountable nouns cannot be counted, but they can be measured with the use of unit of measurement. And when they are in singular, they use indefinite article. When they are in plural, you can use few words without using the measurement. Like in the picture you see, water is uncountable, but you can see a bottle of water or buckets of water, which makes it countable. So, likewise, uncountable nouns can be counted using a measurement. So now, let's look at the book exercise. Underline the nouns. Write C for countable or U for uncountable on the blanks. First one, the tiger is known for its fierce attack. So first, the tiger is a noun, and here fierce attack is a noun. Tiger is countable and fierce attack is uncountable. Let me read out the second one. At times, the tiger is not charged with electricity. So yes, the tiger is the first noun and the second is electricity. So tiger is countable and electricity is uncountable. Third, a tiger's body has print of black and gold. Yes, the first one is tiger's body and the second one is print of black and gold. So the tiger's body, that is a tiger, can be countable and the prints are uncountable. Fourth one, Kiki and Daruwala has written many poems. Yes, it's obvious that poems are the nouns here. And they are? Yes, they are countable nouns. Fifth one, Kia made this gift with recycled cartons. First we see gifts and the next noun is cartons. Both are, yes, countable nouns. Last one, 12 years old Ananya Vijay won the 2017 US Spell Bee competition. So the noun here is 2017 Spell Bee competition. What kind of a noun is this? Yes, it is a countable noun because it's a competition. You can count them easily. So I hope you are able to understand and you've understood now clearly what is a countable noun, an uncountable noun, and you'll be able to identify them in a sentence. So thank you for listening to the video, students. And after listening to the lecture, I want you all to quickly go on to a Google Classroom and fill in the activity forms that are posted. So thank you, students, and take care.